Come on, Iron Man, let me join the Avengers. I'm freaking Spider-Man, and I can dance.
Sweat, 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 sweat. Can you feel it? Sweat, 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 sweat. Can you feel it?
Hell no. Wait, I want to be in the Avengers. I'm Spider-Man. I love Mary Jane. I love her so much. She's gonna be mad at me. Jeez, he's so emo and whiny. He might as well be in a Twilight movie.
Hello, big kids. It's time for your
What up, big kids? Here's your big review. The Spider-Man 3 Hot Toys Spider-Man Black Suit version 1/6 scale collectible figure. Here we got the really amazing packaging for Spider-Man. Has this protruding spider with the cool webbing. Like you can feel all the different webbings right there. And it says Spider-Man 3 a 1/6 scale limited edition collectible figurine Spider-Man Black Suit version. A Sandman Diorama base Hot Toys movie masterpiece. One side of the box has a picture of Spider-Man unmasked showing his Peter Parker head. It says Spider-Man Black Suit. The other side says Marvel.com Spider-Man 3 Spider-Man. Shows a picture of Spider-Man in the black costume MMS 165. And the tops and bottom says Spider-Man 3. The back of the box shows a really amazing picture of the black costume Spider-Man. Also says all the sculptors and designers and people that warning you want to choke on his stance moves. Once you open up the box, you get this cool little insert that shows Spider-Man shooting his webs at the Sandman right there. Has a little bottle right there. Talks about, you know, the alien symbiote costume, and it makes him more aggressive, makes him want to dance. You know, feel free to pause and read it. And then you can actually remove this. Now you can see Spider-Man with his Peter Parker head in his black costume with the Sandman diorama in the background. Well, Spider-Man is back in black. Let's open up Spider-Man. And here we got Spider-Man. Holy crap, this thing is amazing, especially with that Sandman base. Let's take a closer look. Just like the movie, the costume is pretty much a repaint of his red and blue costume. It is exactly to the T. I mean, you can still see the webbing, which is in this nice reflective silver, and when the light hits it, it's really cool. You can't really tell at certain points, but then once the light hits it, you see it, which is a very cool effect. So it still gives it like the classic, just standard black costume. But yeah, I would have liked that the spider symbol look a little bit more like how the Venom symbol becomes, you know, with that, you know, going across the chest. That'd been really cool. But the fabric is really nice, and the webbing, just like the movie, is protruding. Like I said, this is how it was in the movie, so they pretty much made it a repaint of the his regular movie costume. But I love how the spider symbol on the back is this like rubbery symbol, which is nice, and the belt, and you can still see the pattern right there. So, and the boots are very nice. You can see the bottom. But yeah, like I said, it's very nice, and even though it is a repaint, it is an absolutely amazing figure. Compared to the red and blue costume, it is pretty much the same costume head to toe, but that's how it was in the movie. The only difference really in the figure is just the removable head, which the red and blue costume should have had. For articulation, Spider-Man's head can actually rotate around all the way and go up and down a little bit more because of the removable head. The fabric's not connected to the head part like the red and blue costume is. So, and he does have the extra neck joint, so he can do some really nice ranges of head poses all the way around. His arms could fully rotate, but you have to be careful because of the costume. But they go up pretty good, and they go in and out all the way. They rotate at the bicep here, bend at 2 points at the elbow, rotate the wrist as well as go in and out. It does have the upper ab articulation. It goes forward and back quite a bit to do like those cool bullet time matrix moves. He does have waist articulation, but like I said, you gotta be careful with the costume, but it does fully rotate. Legs can go forward and back quite a bit. They go in and out, rotate the upper part of the leg, bend at 2 points at the knee. It does, his ankles do pivot in and out and forward and back, and it does rotate, just so you have to be careful of the boots. But besides the outfit, it has tons of articulation. Spider-Man comes with tons of accessories. First, he comes with a instruction manual, how to replace his heads and how to make the Sandman diorama. He comes with a total of 5 pairs of hands. So he has open palm hands, fisted hands, he has web swinging hands and his Spider-Man rock-on web slinging hands. So he has quite a bit. Just like the red and blue costume, he comes with this cool little webbing, like the long ones for web slinging. Also, just like the previous version, comes with these little parts where you take out the hands and connect it to the wrist, and he's shooting the web with, you know, very nicely detailed clear web that's kind of bendable. Comes with one that's also kind of like a big web blotch, you know, put over someone's face. Or comes with two short ones just like the previous one, two like little web vines, I guess, or little mini web shooting. He comes with extra wrist pegs and those little wrist holders for the webbing. He comes with Spider-Man 3 Hot Toys Standard Sense Spider-Man black suit with adjustable cradle. Now, something fans been wanting since the first release is an extra head based on Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker, which is great. And what I liked is, even though this kind of looks angry and this is for the black costume, they didn't give him the emo, you know, eyes or the emo hair. It's just kind of Peter Parker. It's just kind of a stern, not really angry, but kind of like, I'm ready for action. And the detail is just absolutely amazing. I absolutely love this head, the eyes, the hair. Just looks great. It has this black peg here, removable, and you just simply put it right back on, and then it fits right on the body. Or you can take a Hot Toys body and outfit and make your own custom Peter Parker. The best accessory besides the Tobey Maguire head has to be the Sandman Diorama base. This thing looks amazing. It definitely has a real sand-like feature, and it comes in 3 different pieces. You attach the head right here. Oh no, actually it's the head plus this part. You attach the arm right here and the fist. So I mean, just look at it. Just like it has that dirty, muddy sand look. The paint on here is exquisite. And like I said, you have the fist right here that it rotates if you so desire. Sideshow exclusive included like a more like hammer mace type of fist. That's what's very cool. But like I said, this thing is so freaking cool. And what's cool, it has an adjustable cradle right here with a little like a cradle. You can do some really cool poses with Spider-Man on here. The only thing is it'll take up a lot of room, and you gotta be careful because this kind of doesn't keep Spider-Man on it that well, especially if you're trying to make him like on top of that fist. So you have to be very creative, but it works for the most part. Hey, I'm Spider-Man. I'm also a photographer. I love to shoot you sometime. Excuse me? Yeah, I like to hit on redheads. And in the case of Mary Jane, I actually hit redheads. But you know what they say, baby. Once you go black, you never go back. What the f did that mother say? Size comparison time. So here you can see black costume Spider-Man is a good scale with other Hot Toys figures like the Hot Toys Mark 6 Iron Man. And you can see how big it is compared to the Marvel Icons Venom, which the Venom should be a little bit bigger, and how much bigger it is than the Spider-Man Classics McFarlane Spider-Man. Now, if you're a fan of the black costume from Spider-Man 3, even though it's just a repaint of the red and blue costume, the Hot Toys red and blue costume was an amazing figure. I love the costume and the articulation and everything it came with. And this figure has all that plus more. You finally get a Tobey Maguire head, which you can use to make a custom Tobey Maguire. Unfortunately, you can't put this on your red and blue Spider-Man unless you pretty much like destroy the costume. But you can keep it displayed as the Peter Parker black costume, or that Sandman Diorama is freaking amazing. I love that thing. It's almost like having a mini Hot Toys Sandman bus, which I love. And for $189, which I got from Alter Ego Comics, which I want to thank them for sending this out, I think this is an awesome deal. And like I said, if you're a fan of the black costume of Spider-Man 3 and want a Tobey Maguire head and the Sandman Diorama, I think the overall deal is just awesome, and I highly recommend it. For more geek news, reviews, and more, check out bkbn.net. I'm Sean Long. Remember, celebrate your Nilum in a big way. Say to the immortals, if you love Hot Toys, Sideshow collectibles, replicas, and more, visit AlterEgoComics.com. They take these things that you mortals called PayPal and major credit cards. You can do thy pre-orders. Hey Thor, speaking of hot, do you want a donut? Stupid mortal, I want thy stupid! Go to bkbn.net. Go to bkbn.net. Go to bkbn.net. I tell you to go. Go there. Marco, does Ben Parker mean anything to you? What does that name mean to you? Everything! You killed him! I didn't mean to kill him. I do it for my daughter. Oh, you have pissed me off. Time to give you a taste of your own medicine. It tastes like Twilight.